Hey, it's Hannah from Bright Earth Yoga. I've been getting a few questions about forward folds, and I thought I would take the time to address those now. In the second part of this video, I will also talk about props. So, the dreaded forward fold. It's a real challenging pose. It's not easy, but it's also really important, so it's worth taking the time to ease into it. I have a friend who says, it's not about touching your toes, it's about what you learn on the way down. And it's absolutely not about touching your toes. What you want to do instead is bring your belly a little bit closer to your thigh. It doesn't have to touch, but that's what you need to be focusing on. And my number one tip for a forward fold is to bend your knees. I'll insert some footage here of my husband getting into a forward fold. He has been practicing yoga for a few months now, and he has graciously and bravely volunteered to be my guinea pig for this video. And you can see his forward fold looks absolutely nothing like mine. So when you are doing these videos, please, please, please be kind to your body, listen to what your body says, and don't force yourself into anything that your body is screaming no at you about. So you see I help him pull out of the fold, bend his knees, and refold. And you can see that forward fold is not an easy pose by any means, and we just have to meet our bodies where they are. My number 2 tip is be kind to yourself. You really want to make your yoga mat a judgment-free zone, to check your criticisms at the door and extend yourself some loving kindness. If you feel your body resisting, don't push too hard. Be gentle, be loving, be kind. And a great way to be kind to your body is by using props. So I use these in a lot of my videos, and you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of stuff. You can grab a bunch of pillows and blankets around your house and have them ready by your mat before you practice. So you can grab a prop, tuck it in, get a little more comfortable in the pose. And I'll put some more footage in here of my husband getting into lizard pose, which is a pose from tomorrow's video. And you can see how I have him use the blocks to bring the ground up to him. So if you don't have that very hard-earned flexibility where you can get into this pose and plant your hands on the ground, you don't need to, because you can just put your hands on the blocks. And that'll help you settle into the pose and still get all the benefits of the pose without having to access that deep flexibility. And you can also see again that his pose, his lizard pose, is very different from mine. Yoga is challenging at every level, and this is a journey for everybody. So one thing that's harder to substitute for when it comes to props is blocks, and I recommend using cork blocks. That's what I prefer. First, because they are more environmentally sustainable, but also because they are sturdier than foam blocks, which can wobble a little bit. The cork blocks are just a little bit more stable. So use props. Anytime you feel uncomfortable in a pose, maybe you pad your knees, or you're holding something in the air and you just need something to rest on, use those props. Don't be afraid to use them. They're not just for beginners. I use them every day. All right, so that about sums it up. If you have any questions, please DM them to me. Maybe I'll give you a shout out on my channel. Please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Namaste.